Hey guys, hope you're having another awesome day today, because I am. Anyways, okay, so right now we're looking at the. No, I'm going ahead of myself right now. All right, so let's first look at the profits from the community, and then we'll jump into the TA. All right, so I'm gonna show it up on my left-hand side here. Um, anyways, you got Thomas, 15%, awesome job, 12x leverage. Stefanos traded Bitcoin for 50% gain of 25x leverage. That's pretty awesome, man. A 2% move. The Thomas again, 27%. There's a new member here, Cryptic Liberation. Sorry if I said your name wrong, but 16% gain right on. And looks like Trader Sid jumped on the link signal and made 13%. And he moved his stop loss into the profit zone. Awesome. Good job, man. All right, so let's dive into the TA, see what we can find. Things are looking, we'll see what happens. But we'll jump in the inside and we'll see if we can find some gains. All right, so let's go over first to the DXY. Take a look here, because this should be part of your daily routine before you start trading, is looking at what's going on with the DXY. All right, so we'll go over here. We can see that it is getting kind of bullish again. It broke the W formation. Right here, we were talking about this yesterday, how it could potentially play out as a descending triangle, or it could break this neckline and end up going to the upside and getting back above here. It looks like it got back above this downtrend level resistance, used it as support again, and it's starting to go to the upside. So the technical target for the upside pump just off of this micro formation here is roughly about 106.12. But you can kind of tell that Bitcoin's starting to get its own relative strength lately because of all the accumulation that's been going on at these lower prices. It does still obviously have a huge impact on Bitcoin's price action, so don't take too much into what I say as like, oh, we don't need to look at the DXY anymore. You have to look at the DXY every day, guys. Anyways, so I think if it does continue to go to the upside, that looking at this local level of resistance right here, that we're most likely to get stopped roughly around here before we start building a different formation that we can pay attention to. But yeah, that's everything for the DXY, but I am going to put a little horizontal line right here for 106.02. I'm just going to keep an eye on that and see if we can get some resistance. If we end up getting strong resistance here, it may create a bullish play on the crypto side. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to set an alarm so I get notified if or when it reaches this price point. All right, so that's done. And now I'm going to go over to Bitcoin. Just get over here. There we go. So over to Bitcoin, you can see that we still got the, the parabolic curve in play. However, I do see it's kind of like ascending wedge. Sorry, they had the a rising wedge right now, and those tend to be bearish. They have like a 35% chance of breaking to the upside, so they're not really that likely to go to the upside. This started as like an Av and Eve, but then after this rejection, it came back down and used this as support again. Then it kind of like built into this new formation for a potential play for a rising wedge. They're more likely to break to the downside, so this could be the trigger point to breaking the parabolic curve and maybe creating like a giant double bottom formation. So if we end up breaking this, the technical target is right here at this area of interest. So it's in confluence with the area of interest right here. We do have support right here as well that we have to look at 21,600. So if we end up breaking to the downside, let's see what the risk reward ratio would be based on the current price action, but this could change. So if we end up coming up here a little bit more and then we broke to the downside, the technical target is roughly around here for 13% gain if we were to short this. And let's move this out of the way. You'd want to put your stop loss by the most recent swing high, or the confirmation rejection point. If the rejection was strong enough, and you're someone who trades off of confirmations rather than just off the breakout, then you can move your stop loss right above the confirmation. And that's why usually confirmation trading comes with a lot less risk and a higher win rate, because if you got the confirmation, it basically proves that your trend line is seen by the masses the same way yours is. So it's confirming it as resistance rather than support. And yeah, you end up getting a better risk to reward ratio as well. Because breakout traders tend to have to put their stop loss right above the most recent swing high to make sure they don't get wicked out if things were to go against them at any point. Or because it's an uptrending formation, the price action will sometimes tend to uptrend for the confirmation. And so if it comes up to here and you enter it off like a breakout here and it starts coming back up to retest it, you don't want it to hit your stop loss in place, right? So yeah, just let you know about that and how I would be playing this if I see this start to break to the downside. Because of the risk to reward ratio, I'm going to be putting in a lot more capital than I normally would. So I'll probably put like 3, maybe even 4%. Go break my rule a little bit and put like 4% into this trade. That way I can capitalize on most of the gains, and because the risk to reward ratio is great and the loss isn't that bad if it were to break to the downside. Now, if it breaks to the upside, which is still a possibility, like I know this is a bearish formation, but we did just see Link break to the upside, right? Off of the same kind of bearish formation. We got this flag. We broke this, came back down, retested it, got the confirmation, entered out the confirmation, and now we are getting that resistance that I was talking about right here. However, we could still break past this depending on how this plays out. We could have another formation that could help us get further and further ahead. As Sid did. Awesome job, by the way. He entered off of this, and he has his stop loss in the profit zone and waiting for a potential new formation to be created. And if it creates itself, we got a support level, and it breaks to the upside, you can move your stop loss even further into the profit zone, just below the most recent support bounce off of maybe this micro formation that could build and get us closer to this target. However, if it doesn't get over here and you've taken some profits, awesome. And having your stop loss in the profit zone to secure more of those gains and make sure those losses don't impact your profitability, you'll be good. Lower time frames, let's see if there's anything playing out. Not really. So if you were to look at the lower time frames and try to dissect the price action, we can see that we just got to focus on this downtrend level of resistance right here. We're starting to bottom out right here, so we have to pay attention to this as potential support. It's using this support level right here is coming from this local rejection before the confirmation, so it's using this level right here to create the support level. But if it ends up breaking to the downside, it'll go right back down, and you might get a bounce again and create a head and shoulders formation and bring us right back into the formation, or maybe create a whole new formation altogether. It does look like it's starting to create like a little parabolic curve right here. So it might be wise to place a trend line to track that as well, because it'll probably come into confluence to the break to the downside if it breaks to the downside. The curve has 3 anchor points, so if you're kind of new to it, you get something like this. You try to get as many touch points as you possibly can, so you can get that and more of an accurate curve. Because you don't want, these are very, very easy and very speculative. When I say easy, I mean like it's easy for you to mess up with these trend lines because they're very speculative based, but they're really important to pay attention to. Anyways, that's pretty much everything for Link. We looked at Bitcoin. Maybe let's look at Ethereum as well really quick. Let's close. No, this is a different chart. Yep, I'm going to go over here. And let's check out Ethereum and see what it's going. Yeah, so Ethereum, we were talking about this uptrending level of support, and now it's starting to flip as resistance. But we are consolidating at an area of interest, which is a good sign. So it's starting to build support above 1800 and 1830, which is actually relatively important. So this consolidation is actually it's good for Ethereum's price action and for the future of Ethereum. So when it starts breaking above this, this will act as a stronger level of interest and make it stronger level of support in the future, even if it gets rejected here. Nothing really to play off of when I look at it. It does look like it's starting to do a rounded top, which is bearish. It's kind of like the reverse idea of a parabolic curve. When you start seeing a rounded top, it does show that buyers' confidence is starting to drop, and it may lead to a break to the downside. So I would pay attention to just looks like a downtrend level of support right here, and we could be building like a little flag sort of, but it is kind of rounded, so it does look a little bearish. So if we end up getting rejected here, it might lead us to a bit of a downtrend instead of an uptrend that we've been going on through here. People are going to start taking profits. But yeah, guys, that's everything I got for you. I tried to keep it under 10 minutes, but I don't talk fast enough, and I don't want to talk too fast because then you won't be able to understand me. But yeah, S&P 500, it's got above this. We're starting to see it break above this point, so the confluence that will come with that, with the market and Bitcoin, it may start to create more bullish events. The total market cap for crypto, still, it broke this. It got a little bounce on the lower time frames, because this is the weekly chart right here that you're seeing above me. So we may start seeing an uptrend going forward, and we can start tracking the uptrending level of support rather than the downtrending level of resistance, so we can maybe see when the uptrend will stop. So maybe I'll just draw that in my chart right now. Have it dotted, because when you see like dotted lines, sometimes it represents like confidence. So if you're unconfident in that trend line, then you can have it dotted or smaller, and the thicker it is, the more confident you are with that. Or you can use them for target points, so it doesn't like fill up your chart too much. Like for example, right here on the US dollar index here, I use them for target points sometimes too. Anyways, that's everything I got for you guys. I hope this has helped you out. None of this is financial advice, of course, but I do want to let you know that on Monday, we are going to be announcing who wins the free course, like the free technical analysis course or the free strategy course. Sorry. And all you got to do is be a subscriber, and you guys will automatically be enrolled in the lottery for that. And I'll do the lottery live, so you guys can see there's no funny business. And yeah, so good luck with that. Hopefully you subscribe. Have yourself an amazing day, and thanks for watching.